Picture this for a moment. You're 16 years old and you don't speak Hebrew. You find yourself in a school in Israel, the best one you can probably get, where everything is in Hebrew. All your classes, maths, sciences, social studies, everything. You've taken some classes in basic Hebrew before, but you are nowhere near being fluent or functional in the language. However, you are placed in a class with Israeli children who speak nothing but Hebrew. The teachers speak nothing but Hebrew. The homeworks, the assignments, the worksheets are all in Hebrew. Even during class breaks, everyone speaks Hebrew, except from you. How will you understand the world around you? And how will it understand you? Hello, my name is Dana Shpak. I'm 18 years old, and this was my life 3 years ago, when I could barely speak and understand English. And I'm here to show you how I regained some confidence in myself and realized that getting and accepting help is important. Before joining my school in Luxembourg, I used to be a very confident girl. A girl who used to talk non-stop, very active in class, not afraid to share my opinions regardless of what others might think. I had control over my life, my thoughts, and the way I used to express myself. But it all disappeared 3 years ago when my family and I moved to Luxembourg. And all of a sudden, I found myself outside of my comfort zone. You have to understand, school was never a source of stress for me, up until 10th grade. There I am in this international school where everything is in English. All your classes, everything. Imagine the situation, how frustrating it was for me. I would spend my day at school, go back home, realizing that I understood nothing or close to nothing. The teacher would talk, explain the material to the students, and I would try so hard to understand, but I simply couldn't. A reading task in biology, which required 1 hour, meant 8 hours for me, if I was lucky. 1 hour in social studies meant 4 hours for me, if not more. I felt like I was not Dana anymore, like I was becoming the worst version of myself. And as the days went by, I lost more and more confidence in myself, talked less and less, and cried more and more. I went back home and spent most of my time crying for not being able to understand any of my classmates or what I was studying in class. Will you be shocked if I'll tell you that in some classes, I didn't even know what the topic of the course was? I was familiar with changing school, as I did previously in Israel. But this was a completely different experience for me, as in those schools, already on my first day, I managed to make new friends, as I was able to show them and let them know the real me, without any fears and special effort. It was so natural for me. But here, it was all different. Not only the language was different, the mentality was. Suddenly, I didn't know how to socialize anymore. I thought that something was wrong with me, and all I wanted was to go back home to Israel, where I felt belonged. I was jealous when I saw people talking, laughing, hanging out together, while I was embarrassed of the level of my English. I couldn't even understand their jokes. I still remember the first time I got invited to a party. How excited I was. For the first time, I went back home smiling instead of crying. This was a crucial moment for me, as I learned to appreciate the present and the little things in life. I've always appreciated teachers and their importance, but I've never realized the importance of an English as an additional language teacher, and how important it is for teachers to accompany such students like me. I met my EL teacher and spent a lot of time with her. She was more than a teacher for me. She was a mentor, a shoulder to lean on. She told me that she had to learn English just like me, which made us connect even more. She understood what I was going through. First year went by, and I managed to pull through with the help of my EL teacher, which brought a piece of the real Dana back. I started to be a bit more confident and hopeful that things were going to get better. 10th grade was tough due to the level of my English. However, 12th grade and 11th grade were even tougher. Yes, I gained some confidence, but I still had some moments of weakness and struggle. Nevertheless, I knew that I was smart, and I just needed to be kind to myself and accompany myself and not be hard on myself. This often happens when we're put in an unfamiliar situation. As teens, we're constantly trying to figure out where we fit in. We're very unkind to ourselves, very judgmental. And when we put in an unfamiliar environment, we tend to lose focus on ourselves. For me, I was not able to see that I was finally able to hold the conversation in English. My EL teacher told me that I should be proud of myself for doing so, and I finally was. I've realized and looked at the progress that I've made, small or big, those I could see and those others could see, and cheered myself up. I truly believe that there is a reason for everything we go through in life. Even if at the moment you feel like nothing good will come out of the situation, start by setting yourself goals. Identify what brings you happiness. For me, the goal was to never give up. I got to learn a new language. I met new friends, traveled, experienced new cultures that I couldn't know about from being in Israel. I got to see a Christmas tree for the first time in my life, because in Israel we don't celebrate those holidays. I got to see the beautiful snow falling from the sky. Everything that seems so normal for most of the people here, for me, was very exciting. As a Jewish Israeli girl, I was afraid that no one was going to accept me because they might think that I'm different, which turned out to be baseless fears. If people fear or reject you because these kind of things, then you certainly don't need this kind of people in your life. While writing this speech, I've realized that I should not be quiet any longer. I should speak up to myself. Let more people hear my voice. Stop being so shy for having a different background, culture, or a broken English. If people want to be surrounded by me, they will. I want all of you out there to understand. Whatever challenge you are facing right now, know that it's temporary. I know that as teens we feel like it's the end of the world, but it's not. Yes, as a new student, in a new school, in a new environment, with a new language, you have to work harder than anyone else in order to achieve half of their grades. But it doesn't mean that you're not good enough or you're uneducated. It is all due to a language barrier. No one is better than you because they get better grades than you or they speak the language better than you. If anything, you're gaining another language. If you're in a situation where you feel like you don't fit in, it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. If you're mocked by your classmates, it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. You are not the problem. Other people are, because they have to put you down in order to feel good about themselves. Don't repeat my mistakes and compare yourself to others. Be proud of your own achievements. We're all humans. Only compare yourself to the person you were a month, 2 months, 6 months, and a year ago. And then cheer yourself up and be proud of the journey that you've made. I know that at times it can be very discouraging and damage your self-esteem and self-confidence. I've had many moments of weakness and when I fell down. Sometimes I even skipped school. But then I looked up, looked at the progress that I've made, and I cheered myself up. Today, I'm a senior who's going to receive a bilingual diploma. I can promise you, without hesitation, coming here in this new country, in this new school, was the best experience of my life. And I would not want it to be any longer. Because I'm resilient, stronger than I was. I've learned to accept my own flaws. Today, I know that any failure, setback, or struggle is a preparation for the amazing person you're going to be. I am a winner, and so are you. It takes bravery and courage to ask for help, but you're capable of doing so and feeling better and adjusting to change. You only have to celebrate any tiny victory. Today, I can say proudly that the confident and real Dana is back. Thank you.